Same person, same morning, same offer on the table, two different decisions. You are 27 years old. You have been working for 4 years. You are good at what you do. Good enough that someone has noticed. Good enough that the email arrived on a Tuesday with a number in it that you had to read twice. The role is senior. The compensation is significant. The title is the kind that makes your parents say your name differently at dinner. There is only one problem. You have heard things about this place, the hours, the culture, the way people arrive with ambition and leave with prescriptions. You have a friend who works there. You have seen what his weekends look like. Or rather, you have not seen him on a weekend in 14 months. The offer is $180,000 base, bonus eligible, equity upside. You have until Friday. This is the moment. Not the decade that follows. This moment. This Tuesday. This number on a screen. Everything that comes after is downstream of what you decide right now. Two versions of you exist from this point forward. Path A, you take it. Path B, you don't. The 20s, years 1 through 3. Path A, the first year is a controlled burn. You work. You work in a way that surprises even you. 70 hours some weeks, 80 in the quarters. You learn faster than you have ever learned. You are in rooms you had no right to be in at 27, and you understand quickly that being in the room is the whole point. You eat well, not because you want to, but because the company feeds you so you stay longer. You buy better things, you upgrade the apartment, you get the car. The number in your account grows in a direction that feels like proof. The relationships are fine, strained in places, but fine. Your partner knows what they signed up for mostly. You miss things, a birthday dinner, a weekend trip, a friend's wedding rehearsal because of a client call that could not be moved. You apologize. You mean it. You tell yourself this is temporary. You believe this for approximately 18 months before you stop counting. Path B. The first year is a different kind of difficult. You took a role that pays $94,000. Reasonable, not remarkable. You have time, which is a resource that does not feel like a resource when you first have it, because you have spent 4 years treating it like a liability. Then something happens. Not one thing, a collection of small things that accumulate quietly. You are present at the birthday dinner, you take the weekend trip, you start the project you have been putting off for 2 years, you are available, which turns out to be a more valuable thing than you expected, not financially, in every other way. The 30s are for the divergence path. A, you are 34. Your compensation package is $340,000 all in. Your net worth is $620,000. These are real numbers, meaningful numbers, numbers that represent options, theoretically, in a future you have not yet arrived at. Here is what else is true at 34. You have not taken a holiday that lasted more than 5 days in 3 years, not because you cannot afford one, because you cannot disconnect. The last time you tried, you checked your phone 17 times on the first morning and gave up pretending by the afternoon. Disconnecting requires trusting that things will hold without you. You have been indispensable for so long that you are no longer sure they will. Your relationship ended at 31. Not dramatically, not because of one thing, because of the aggregate weight of 100 small absences that eventually became a distance that neither of you had the energy to close. You are not broken by this. You are busy. Being busy is what you are best at. And it turns out being busy is an excellent place to put grief. Your body is telling you things you are not fully hearing. A weight you carry differently than you used to. A quality of sleep that stopped being restful sometime around year 4 and has not returned. A tension in your jaw that your dentist mentioned and that you addressed by scheduling a follow-up appointment you have not yet attended. Your friends, for I to the ones who are still close, have noticed something. They do not say it directly, they say it in the way they phrase invitations, as suggestions rather than expectations, because they have learned not to expect. Path B. You are 34. You earn $127,000. Your net worth is $180,000. The gap between you and Path A is real. You know the number. You have run the comparison in your head more than once, usually late at night, when the variables feel less abstract and the decision feels more reversible than it is. Here is what else is true. You got married at 32, not because everything was perfect, because you were present enough for things to become something, and then something became the person you wanted to build a life with. You have a daughter. She is 14 months old. You have been there for the 14 months, which turns out to be a fact about yourself that you will still be thinking about when she is 30. Your health is unremarkable, which is an underrated thing to be able to say at 34. You sleep. Not always well, but consistently. You exercise because you have the time and the energy to maintain the habit. You have not had a doctor mention something and then not followed up. The work is not thrilling every day. Some days it is just work, which is the honest condition of most careers regardless of the compensation, but it is contained. When it ends, it ends. The evening is yours. The 40s. The reckoning path. A. You are 43. You have reached a level that most people in your field never reach. Your name means something in your industry. You are the person younger people in your position look at and calibrate their ambitions against. The money is generational, not in a careless way. You have been deliberate. You have a financial advisor who is good. You have a property, you have a portfolio. The architecture is sound. What you do not have is a clear answer to a question that has started arriving more frequently and staying longer than it used to. You lie awake sometimes, not because of a problem, because of an absence. The absence of something you cannot precisely name. A version of your life that existed as a possibility at 27 that you can no longer access. Not because it was taken, but because you chose something else and the door is no longer where it was. You are not unhappy. Do not misread this. You are successful in every measurable sense. You have things. You have status. You have the respect of the room. You have also been invited to your third colleague's retirement party this year, and each time you sit in the room and hear the speeches, the years, the hours, the seasons, you feel something land in your chest that you do not examine too closely. The first rule: the golden handcuffs are not a trap. They are a trade. The question is not whether the trade is worth it. The question is whether you were clear-eyed about what you were trading at the moment you agreed to the terms. Path B. You are 43. You have changed roles twice, so both times for better work, not better money, which has turned out to be a principle that compounds differently than salary does. Your income has grown to $167,000, not the number Path A sees, but a number that arrives without the hours attached to it, and hours, it turns out, have a value that compound interest calculators do not include. Your daughter starts secondary school this year. You know her teachers by name. This is not a small thing, and it is the kind of thing that reveals itself slowly as the kind of thing that mattered. Your marriage is not perfect. No marriage is. But it is real and present and built on a decade of evenings that belong to the people in the house rather than to the organization. You have missed things financially. You have made peace with this, mostly. The gap is a number you know. You have looked at it honestly and decided that the number represents a trade you made in the opposite direction, and that the trade was the right one for the life you wanted to build. You are not certain. Certainty is not a condition either path offers. The 50s. The accounting, Path A. You are 54. You retire early. This is the plan, and the plan executes on schedule. You have $4.2 million in net assets. The financial architecture of the last 27 years produced exactly what it was designed to produce. The first 6 months are the strangest of your adult life. You have been the job for so long that the removal of it reveals something disorienting, a quietness that is not peace, but the absence of the noise you had learned to call purpose. You travel. You have earned the trip and you take it, and it is good. And when you come back, the quietness is still there. You will fill it. People do. The question is what you fill it with, and whether the filling happens before or after the accounting. The private, unavoidable moment when you sit with the life and run the numbers on the things that did not go into any spreadsheet. The relationship that ended, the years your body was sending signals you did not answer, the versions of yourself that needed presence and got absence instead. This is not a verdict. It is a reckoning. The reckoning is private and it arrives for everyone who played the long game and won it. And what it asks is whether winning it was the same as living it. Path B, you are 54, you are still working, which was always the plan because the plan was never to stop early. The plan was to work at something sustainable for a long time. Your income is $190,000. Your net worth is $980,000. Comfortable, not spectacular. Your daughter is at university. Your marriage is in its 22nd year. You have the accumulated texture of a life built in the evenings. The friendships maintained, the habits kept, the person you are in rooms that have nothing to do with your career. You will work another decade. This is fine. Work is part of a life, not the whole of it, and you have never confused the two. The second rule, both paths have a cost. Path A costs time, Path B costs money. The error is not in choosing one over the other. The error is in choosing without understanding what currency you are paying in. Two versions of the same person. Same intelligence, same morning, same Tuesday, with the same number on the screen. The difference was never the job. The difference was the understanding of what saying yes to one thing means for everything it displaces. The golden handcuffs are real. The gold is real. So are the handcuffs. What they restrain is not your freedom in the abstract. They restrain the specific, ordinary, irreplaceable things that accumulate in the evenings and the weekends and the birthdays and the 14 months of a child's first year. Neither path is wrong. Read that again. Neither path is wrong. One costs more money, one costs more time. Both costs are permanent. You do not get the money back from Path B, and you do not get the time back from Path A. The transaction is final the moment you make it, even though it will take you 20 years to receive the full invoice. You are 27. You have until Friday. The question is not which path is better. The question is which currency you can afford to spend. That is the only question that was ever on the table.